or 3. Okay. And so whatever it is, let's say next property is, I think, very basic, that modulus of any number a is always greater than or equal to 0. Means modulus of any number a is always non-negative. Is always non-negative, right? Non-negative means that it can be the 0 or positive. So let's suppose if I'll ask you that solve this inequality, mod x is less than -1. What is the answer for this one? Not defined, right? It means you can say no solution. Why? Modulus can't be negative, correct? Or if I'll give you anything like modulus of x is equal to -1, solve for x. It should be, huh? So left hand side is always positive and right hand side is negative. So this equation is not possible, and that's why we'll say again no solution. Or you can say x belongs to 5, right? In last class, I told you one more property that, so far, let's suppose if I'll give a mod of x minus 2 equals 3, right? One method is to make a number line critical point and then find out cases. We need to make cases, right? And then we can solve it. Second method is that if we are removing mod, we can take plus minus here. We can take plus minus here. So by taking plus minus here, how we can solve it? X minus 2 equals plus or minus 3, right? So from here we'll get two equations. First one, x minus 2 equals 3. Second one is x minus 2 equals minus 3. Now simplify it. So what we'll get from here? X equals 5. And if you simplify this one, so we'll get x equals -1. So that's how directly also you can solve it. Without making cases, we can do it. This is another method to solve modulus equations, right? Okay. Now in last class, I told you one property that, do you remember guys? I told you that modulus of a square equals a square. Remember it? Modulus of a square, modulus of no, modulus of square, modulus of, how we going to read it? Square of modulus of a is equal to a square, right? This property we know. So this is one of the method. Method number 2 is, instead of, if you don't want to make cases here, right? Different cases. Then second method is that we can square both the sides. We can square both the sides, and what we are going to get here, we'll get modulus of x minus 2 whole square equals 3 square. Yes or no? Squaring both the sides, we'll get something like this, right? Hello? And now if you see, using this property, can I write x minus 2 like this, x minus 2 whole square? Can I remove mod from here now? Property, right? Yeah. And this is equal to, you can say 9, or let's say 3 square. Always remember guys, don't simplify it. Whenever you are solving this type of questions, when you're doing square on both the sides, now don't expand it. don't solve it. What we are going to do is we'll use identity by by writing like this: x minus 2 whole square minus of 3 square equals 0. And now it will become an identity and we can factorize it easily. So two answers we are getting na, 5 and minus 1. Both the answers are correct. Correct. There are two values of x satisfying this equation. From here, a square minus b square identity, x minus 2 minus 3 into x minus 2 plus 3 equals 0. One factor is x minus 5. Second factor is x minus 1 or x plus 1. X plus 1 equals 0. And now simplified, we'll get again two values of x, 5 and minus 1. Right? So this is another method. So there are three methods to solve a modulus equation. By making cases, number line, case is basic one, right? Second method is that if we are moving mod, take plus minus on the other side and we'll get two different equations, solve it and find out value of x. Third method is squaring both the sides. And when you square modulus, then we can remove mod from that. Understood? And whenever you are using this method, not this method, so always verify your answers also. In this method, no need to verify whatever you're getting, that will be correct. But in this method, always verify your answers. For example, let's suppose try to solve this question using method number 2. Write down this question, all of you, try to solve it. Modulus of x minus 3 equals 2x minus 1. Solve it. Using method number 2, squaring both the sides. And don't expand it. Use identity a square minus b square by transposing all the terms to left hand side. Do it. Hmm. So you got two values of x, right? Now verify your answers also, whether both are satisfying or not. Minus 2 and 4 by 3, right? We're getting these two values of x, minus 2 and 4 by 3. Now verify the answer also. Both the values are satisfying it or not? Pukka. Both are satisfying. ट्राई किया है, ऐसे 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 बोल रहे हो? When we're taking x equals minus 2, so इधर क्या मिलेगा लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में? We'll get minus 5. So it is 5 here. Left hand side will be 5 and right hand side will be minus 5. 4 by 3 or minus 2? 4 by 3. 4 by 3 and getting minus 5 by 3 and 5 by 3. चलो ठीक है, चेक करते हैं, वेरीफाई भी करनी. तो for x equals first of all 4/3, okay? तो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस इक्वेशन, इसमें वेरीफाई करेंगे, इसके यहाँ पे नहीं, यहाँ करना है स्टार्टिंग में, राइट, ओरिजिनल वन। तो व्हेन यू सब्स्टिट्यूट वैल्यूज ऑफ x हियर, तो व्हाट विल गेट मॉडुलस ऑफ 4/3 minus 3, mod is also there na, and then 2 into 4/3 minus 1 on the right hand side. So it will be minus 5/3, right? Modulus of minus 5/3, and this side 8 minus 3 is 5/3. So both are equal na, 5/3 equals 5/3. So 4/3 is satisfying the given equation, yes or no? Now let's check for second one, x equals minus 2. When x equals minus 2, so if you see on the left hand side, we'll get modulus of minus 2 minus 3 equals on the right hand side 2 into minus 2 minus 4 minus 1. So left hand side will be modulus of minus 5, right hand side is minus 5, right? Now modulus of minus 5 is what? 5, and this is minus 5. They're equal? No, they're not equal. So x equals minus 2 is not satisfying the given inequality. समझ आया रेहान? तुम्हारे लिए मैंने बताया क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि स्क्वायर क्यों नहीं कर सकते? क्योंकि इफ वेरिएबल्स आर गिवन ऑन बोथ द साइड्स तो प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है। दो वी आर सॉल्विंग इट, वी आर गेटिंग टू वैल्यूज ऑफ एक्स, राइट, बट वेरीफाई करना पड़ेगा। अगर इसको तुम नंबर लाइन से कर दे बाय मेकिंग केसेस, तो परफेक्ट आंसर मिलेगा, जो भी आंसर आएगा वही आएगा। आ रही बात समझ में? अच्छा, अब इसका रीजन क्या पता है? इसका रीजन भी समझ लो, ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है। हम्म तो आएगा ना, उसमें तो आएगा ही, लेकिन वी आर फाइंडिंग सॉल्यूशन ऑफ व्हाट, ऑफ व्हिच इक्वेशन? ओरिजिनल हो ना, दिस वन। तो इसमें विल चेक। चलो ठीक है, पहले इसका रीजन बताता हूँ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, तो समझ में आ जाएगा। ओके, विद नॉर्मल मेथड यू विल गेट द आंसर। देखो केस क्या बनेगा, केस बनेगा क्रिटिकल पॉइंट इज 3, तो दो केसेस बनेंगे। केस वन, एक्स इज लेस देन व्हाट, अच्छा दैट मेथड, if you are doing with that method also, so you should get the answer. You are getting minus 2 na? Okay, in that method also they are missing one thing. Actually if you see, देखो ये दोनों जो मेथड है, both of them are same only। अरे बस समझ में, क्योंकि यहाँ से प्लस माइनस हटाओगे, अपन ऐसे तो करते थे that x square equals 4, तो we'll say that x equals plus minus 2। तो ये दोनों मेथड ही सेम है, इसीलिए अपन इग्नोर करते हैं these two methods, क्योंकि इसमें आंसर, मैं बताता हूँ क्यों। क्योंकि अपन ने स्क्वायर किया, राइट, वी आर डूइंग स्क्वायरिंग ऑन बोथ द साइड्स। अच्छा अब एक बात ध्यान से देखना, लेट सपोज minus 1 is given to us and 1 is given to us, are they equal? They are not equal, but अब इनका स्क्वायर कर दो दोनों साइड में, स्क्वायरिंग बोथ द साइड्स, कैन वी now that they are equal? So now we'll get 1 equals 1, satisfying the equation, but in actual if you see, they are minus 1 and 1, तो ये गड़बड़ हो जाता है that when we are doing squaring, तो we are missing out that uh, we are talking about in terms of absolute value of the given expression or number। और बस ये एक पॉइंट है, all of you just note down this point। भी देखो और क्वेश्चन करते तो पता चल जाएगा। अब लेट सपोज, now let's suppose try to solve this was 2x. Now let's suppose again we are solving this the given equation, that is x minus 3 equals 2x minus 1, right? Now what is the exact method to solve it? First either you make cases by making number lines, तो वो again थोड़ा सा lengthy हो जाएगा, right? Second method, that squaring both the sides we want to use, but in that case first thing is that we are considering 2x minus, we know that left hand side is positive, right? For any value of x, left hand side is always positive. Now we need to make sure that right hand side is also positive, and if right hand side is positive then we can square both the sides, right? So first we are assuming that 2x minus 1 is positive or equal to 0. It means what? That x is greater than or equal to 1 over 2. It means what? That this side is positive and this side is also positive. And when both the sides are positive, squaring both the sides, we can write like x minus 3 whole square equals 2x minus 1 whole square. Yes or no? And now again the same thing, we'll get x minus 2. What we're getting? X plus 2 and x minus 4 over 3, na? X minus 4 over 3 equals 0, right? Now from here we'll get x equals minus 2 and x equals 4 over 3. And again, this is the same thing, that we need to take intersection of these two. अब intersection अगर लोगे तो common में clearly we can say that this is not coming in this interval, right? We want to take only positive value greater than 1 over 2. So only 4 over 3 is the answer in this case. X equals 4 upon 3. Second case, you need to make that x is negative. Means what is negative? This side is negative. And if this side is negative, in that case, let's suppose 2x minus 1 is negative. So mod of x minus 3 equals 2x minus 1. You know, this equation is not possible. So from here, no solution. सोचो मैंने क्या बोला? Think about it. If we are saying that right hand side is negative, right? So left hand side is positive and right hand side is negative. So this equation is possible कि positive is equal to negative. वो equal ही नहीं होगा कभी. So equation is not possible. It means no value of x will get from here. So no solution. इसको solve ही नहीं करना फिर. तो जब भी squaring करेंगे सिर्फ एक ही condition याद रखनी है, that if there is no mod on the right hand side and variable is there, first we'll apply condition to make it positive and then solve it by squaring both the sides, and then at the end take intersection. Understood? और फिर ये तो सोचना नहीं इसके बारे में, नेगेटिव होगा तो बस लीव इट, complete. Now we are left with the last topic in this, that is modulus inequality. Modulus inequality. So let's suppose if I'll give you mod of x greater than 1, can you solve it? Right, mod x greater than 1. Solve modulus x greater than 1. What the answer? Closed interval minus 1 to 1. Correct. So how did you do it? Yeah. कॉमन सेंस कैसे? तो वही कॉमन सेंस बताओ ना कैसे. एक्स, चलो ये लिख, एक मिनट. हाँ, मॉडुलस इनइक्वालिटी, एनी नंबर, मॉडुलस इनइक्वालिटी. ओके, तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज दैट वी वांट टू सॉल्व मॉडुलस ऑफ x ग्रेटर देन 1. दिस इज द क्वेश्चन ना. हाँ, सो यू आर सेइंग एक्स बिलोंग्स टू, पहले उसका आंसर, फिर मैं तुम्हारा एक एक करके डाउट पूछो सारे लोग अपने यहाँ। एक्स बिलोंग्स टू, सो वन आंसर व्हाट है, सेट ऑफ रियल नंबर्स एक्सेप्ट -1 to 1 क्लोज, राइट, ये बोल रहे हो ना तुम? ठीक है, सो करेक्ट है। कैसे सोचा वो बताओ। करेक्ट। हम्म। करेक्ट है, सही है। किसी को समझ में आया क्या बोला इसने? समझे? ठीक है, हाँ नविंदु, नाउ यू टेल मी व्हाट्स द डाउट। हम्म। हम्म। Squaring on both the sides also you can do. Fine. देखो स्क्वायर अभी मैंने जस्ट लिखवाया ना, वो नोट से करवाया था कि इफ both the sides are positive, then without any means thinking out anything, we can just square both the sides, कर सकते हो if modulus is given, right? तो वहां से स्क्वायर करोगे क्या आएगा? तुमने गलत सॉल्व किया लेकिन। ठीक है देखो, सो आई टेल यू बेसिक मेथड फर्स्ट एंड देन, पहले मैं इसका बताता हूँ एक बार एंड देन वील डिस्कस बेसिक मेथड। सो नविंदु जो बोल रहा है कि if both the sides are positive and modulus is given, square both the sides. Squaring both the sides, inequality, sign of inequality won't change, it will remain same because both the sides are positive. ठीक है, now we can just remove this mod from here and we can write x square greater than 1 square, transpose on this side, so x square minus 1 square greater than 0. तुमने यही सॉल्व कर दिया शायद, है ना? ठीक है, अभी मैं और सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ आगे। तो फिर x, अच्छा हाँ बताओ, चलो ठीक है, क्या कॉमन सेंस है बताओ, यहाँ तुमने यहाँ तक, हाँ अच्छा, लेट सपोज नाउ टेक x इक्वल्स 1/2, क्या? फ्रैक्शन, तो फ्रैक्शन टेक x इक्वल्स 3/2। हाँ मतलब सही है जो, अब वो समझ लो तुमने सही किया है, अप्रोच सही है, बट कैसे सॉल्व करना है वो देखो। Squaring both the sides, and why we can square here, because both the sides are positive, then only we can square. After this bring transpose 1 square this side, so identity, and using identity we can write here x square minus 1 square, this will become x minus 1 into x plus 1 and greater than 0, right, it is greater than 0. तो ना अब तो बहुत बेसिक है, स्टार्टिंग से सॉल्व करते आ रहे हैं, नंबर लाइन, क्रिटिकल पॉइंट्स -1 and 1 एंड देन ग्राफ। तो यहाँ से स्टार्ट हो, ऐसे जाएगा प्लस माइनस प्लस, एंड वी वांट पॉजिटिव इंटरवल, पॉजिटिव इंटरवल के लिए आंसर क्या आएगा, x बिलोंग्स टू -∞ to -1 ओपन ब्रैकेट, इक्वल साइन नहीं है, यूनियन 1 to ∞। अब इसको द सेम थिंग वी कैन राइट एज, instead of writing like this, right, x belongs to R, all the real numbers except this interval between -1 to 1. We are taking all the values of x except this interval, na, -1 to 1, between -1 to 1. So -1 to 1 closed. We are not including -1 also in the answer. We are not including 1 also in the answer. So from all the real numbers, all the numbers between -1 and 1, remove this from real numbers. Also -1 and 1, both are same thing. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द आंसर। और जो तुम बोल रहे हो वही है ये, कि फ्रैक्शन और -1 और 1 नहीं होना चाहिए, तो वही है, समझ आया? लिखने का तरीका ये होता है लेकिन। ठीक है, सो इफ बोथ द साइड्स आर पॉजिटिव तो स्क्वायर बोथ द साइड, सॉल्व इट, बहुत सिंपल है। बट अगर बहुत, लेट सपोज इफ ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड x -1 3x plus 2 something like this is given in terms of variable, so squaring both the sides we can do, first we need to apply condition on that, we'll make right hand side positive and then squaring both the sides। हाँ, फाइनल आंसर यही, दोनों मतलब सेम ही है, यही है फाइनल आंसर, जो ये लिखा हुआ है ना, ये फाइनल आंसर है, एंड बोथ आर सेम। इतना लेट कैसे भाई? स्कूल से आ रहे हो? मेथड नंबर 2। अच्छा, रेयान ने कैसे ये सिंप्लीफाई के समझ आया सबको, कैसे सोचा उसने, हमजा? नहीं, नवीन तू जो बोल रहा है मतलब दोनों सेम ही बात बोल रहे थे। देखो ऐसे, ऑल ऑफ यू, इन स्टार्टिंग आई टोल्ड यू दैट मॉड्यूलस ऑफ एक्स मींस डिस्टेंस ऑफ अ नंबर फ्रॉम ओरिजिन, डिस्टेंस ऑफ अ नंबर फ्रॉम ओरिजिन, राइट? तो mod x should be greater than 1 means what? That we need to figure out all the numbers on the number line whose distance from origin is greater than 1. Are you समझ में? So let's suppose origin is somewhere here 0 and here it is -1, this is +1. Let's say यहाँ पे कहीं, let's say this is 2 and this side it is -2, correct? So if I'll ask you, what do you think, what is the distance from 0 to this point? 1. What is the distance here? 1 unit. From origin to this point, what is the distance? 2 units. This is 1 unit. What is the distance from 0 to -1? 1. Positive or negative? Positive. We are talking about distance, right? Distance is always positive. And what is the distance from origin to this -2? 2. If I'll take any number between 0 and 1, like 0.5, so distance from origin to this point will be 0.5. If you are taking minus of 0.5 here, so distance will be 0.5 again. ठीक है, बट वी वांट डिस्टेंस ग्रेटर देन 1, तो ग्रेटर देन 1 विल गेट ऑन बोथ द साइड्स। कहां कहां मिलेगा? एक तो 1 से बड़ा कोई वैल्यू ग्रेटर देन 1, यू कैन टेक एनी वैल्यू ऑफ x, द डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम ओरिजिन इज गोइंग टू बी ग्रेटर देन 1, एंड इफ यू टेक एनी वैल्यू ऑफ x लेस देन -1 आल्सो up to minus infinity, the distance from origin is going to be greater than 1. So that's how उसने फिगर आउट किया रेयान ने, कि we'll get this answer that we can take any value of x which is greater than 1 or which is less than -1. आ रही हो समझ में? ठीक है, बेसिक मेथड क्या है? बेसिक मेथड इज क्रिटिकल पॉइंट, critical point. What is the critical point here for this inequality? critical point means critical point means the value of x for which this dabba becomes 0, the value inside modulus becomes 0. So what should be the value of x here so that this whole thing will be 0? 0. So 0 is the critical point here. critical point क्या है? 0 है। अरे समझ में? हर एक केस में 0 नहीं होता। मॉडुलस ऑफ x माइनस 1 ग्रेटर देन 1, इसमें क्रिटिकल पॉइंट क्या होगा? 1 होगा। तो मैंने अभी जो बताया वही सेम ही मेथड है, बेसिक मेथड था वो, कि फर्स्ट क्रिटिकल पॉइंट, फाइंड आउट क्रिटिकल पॉइंट, इन दिस केस इट इज 0, so we are comparing from 0, we are starting, we are calculating the distance of the point from 0. अगर ऐसा होता modulus of x minus 1 greater than 1, so in that case we are not going to calculate the distance from 0, in that case we will calculate distance from 1. आ रही बात समझ में? ठीक है, and what is given to us on the right hand side? 1. This is 1, so हाँ, कुछ पूछ रहा है क्या? So this is 1, right? So modulus of x should be greater than 1 means what? The distance from origin should be greater than 1. Again the same thing, that you can take any value of x greater than 1. Every time the distance is going to be greater than 1. And now same thing we can do for what also? 0. या फिर तुम इसको ऐसे समझ लो that modulus of x is equal to 1. तो x will be plus or minus 1. क्या आएगा? x will be plus or minus 1. तो एक +1 and then -1, and clearly if it is greater than 1 ना, greater than is there, तो 1 से बड़ा and -1 से छोटा, that's it. So like this you can just write down the answer. So x belongs to, हाँ, x belongs to नो, x belongs to 1 comma infinity. क्या अभी भी आंसर नहीं दिख रहा क्या? 5 is the answer. What is the answer? Can anyone tell me? सेम ही क्वेश्चन है यार. चलो ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं, we'll make two cases here. Modulus of x is given, critical point is 0, right? So two cases are that in first case we are taking x greater than 0, and in second case we are taking x less than 0. Yes or no? And distance, the distance should be greater than 1. So one side take 1, right hand side, left hand side -1. 1 से बड़ा, -1 से छोटा. Now take intersection of these two. अरे कैसे किया मैंने? जैसे ये केस लिया मैंने, x greater than 0. So how we are going to open this inequality? Modulus. Modulus will be x only, x greater than 1. This is, let's suppose, case 1. Basic method. In case 1, first we'll find critical points. So put that critical point on the number line. चलो मैं फिर से एक बार, एक बार टाइम लगेगा बस, उसके बाद बहुत इजी है. स्क्वायर करेंगे, सॉल्व कर लेंगे, मॉडुलस हटाएंगे, प्लस माइनस लेंगे, सॉल्व कर लेंगे. मॉडुलस बहुत इजी है, राइट? बट बेसिक क्या है वो समझ लो. तो सबसे पहले जो अपन करते थे, लाइक मॉडुलस ऑफ एक्स इज ग्रेटर देन 1, राइट? So modulus of x means, if I talk about critical point for this, so critical point here is 0. Anyone has any doubt in this? No. So critical point, just put this critical point on the number line 0. So if there is one critical point, how many? If there is a one critical point, how many intervals will be there? 2. So how many cases we are going to get? 2. Case 1. What is case 1? Case 1 is that x is greater than or equal to 0. X is greater than or equal to 0. X greater equals 0. And what is case 2? X is less than 0. Case 2. हाँ, you can include in both the cases also, but we cannot exclude in both the cases. This number we need to include somewhere, right? That also you can do. So if you don't, so you can just write like this and then include here. That doesn't matter. X is greater than or equals 0. बोर नहीं होना यार, बस अभी खत्म हो रहा है, 5 मिनट का और है. X greater equals 0, one case. X less than 0, second case, right? Now when x is greater than 0, so now think about this inequality. जैसे इक्वेशन में करते थे कि मॉडुलस, how we are going to remove modulus now? Whether we need to take negative here or not? And because the quantity inside modulus is positive, yes or no? So we can directly remove mod here. So we'll get x greater than 1. X greater than 1. That's it. अब this is the final solution of inequality 1 when x is positive. So in a same case, we always take intersection of these two. Intersection of these two, right? And if you take intersection of these two, so according to this, x is greater than or equal to 0, this line. And according to second one, x should be greater than 1. So now 1 also we need to include on the same line. मतलब now we want to find out common part or intersection. So first set, first interval, second interval, x greater than 1. कल बता रहा था मुझे यही बात सेम कि हाउ टू टेक इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ टू इंटरवल्स. तो x ग्रेटर देन 1 कुछ ऐसा मिलेगा ना अपने को, yes or no? And what is common between these two? What is common between these two? The common part is open 1 to infinity. Open 1 to infinity. So from first case we are getting x belongs to 1 to infinity, yes or no? Now from second case, if you see case 2, In case 2 x is negative, so we'll get interval like this. When x is negative, how we are going to remove mod from the inequality? When x is negative, how we are going to remove mod from inequality? अरे क्या हुआ? जैसे केस 1 में क्या किया अभी अपन ने? x is positive, so directly we can remove mod. Now the value inside mod is negative in case 2, so we'll take minus. So if you take minus, so we are going to write like this: na minus of x is greater than 1, and now multiply both the sides by minus 1. So we'll get x is less than minus 1. Sign of inequality will be changed. And now take intersection of these two. अब इसको पहले प्लॉट कर दो यहाँ पे नंबर लाइन पे इंटरवल x less than minus 1. Minus 1 will be somewhere here, and x is less than minus 1. We are not including minus 1 also. Now find out intersection of these two. And if you see intersection of these two is this part. So in this case, what we are getting? X belongs to intersection of these two is minus infinity to minus 1. And at the end, when we are writing the final answer, just take union of both the cases. So final answer is x belongs to first and smaller one, minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. This is the basic method. In both the methods, you can see answer is same. We'll get answer same only, but you should understand the difference and the basic method also, that how we are going to solve any question using basic method. Just note it, and if you are having any doubts, tell me. ये बाद में देख लेना क्लास के बाद. डन. हाँ, वॉशरूम जाके डाउट भी पूछ लग रहा था, डाउट है मुझे. Go. Okay. So now all of you try to solve this question. Modulus of x minus 3 greater than 5. Do it. हाँ आ रहा है अभी वॉशरूम. डन. व्हाट्स आंसर? इसके बाद क्या मैं बताता हूँ चलो. आंसर आ क्या आंसर बोलो? All of you are getting same answer. So which method you are using? Method number 1, right? Squaring both the sides. Method number 1, right? Okay. Method number 1 is we can square here because both the sides are positive. Yes or no? Squaring both the sides, we can write x minus 3 whole square greater than 5 square. Greater than 5 square, right? So class, हाँ हाँ, तो x minus 3 square minus 5 square greater than 0. Don't simplify here. Don't expand it, okay? Bring the whole term to this side and then we can just use identity. X minus 3 means a minus b into a plus b. So we'll get x minus 8 into x minus x plus 2 greater than 0. इसके बाद नविंदु देखो कैसे करते हैं. इसके बाद we are having two critical points, two brackets, two linear factors, two critical points. First one is minus 2, ascending order में नंबर लाइन में प्लॉट करेंगे, plus 8. ये समझ में आया? Ascending order में critical points will place on the number line. After that we'll plot a graph, and graph will always start from here, from positive infinity, and then after crossing one critical point it will go below this line, and again it will return to this critical point, and it will again go above this line. This means what? That this is positive. Above the graph, above horizontal line is positive, negative, and positive. Now we want positive expression, right? So values of x will be, there are two intervals, minus infinity to minus 2, open bracket, because no equal sign is there, union 8 to infinity. In these two intervals you can see that this whole expression is positive.
We assume x minus 3 is less than 0, then we take minus x minus 3 greater than 5, right? But only sign change behavior.
हाँ, so why you are taking equation here? No, it will be minus of, when you will take minus of x minus 3 greater than 5, right? And then if you are transposing minus to other side, so it will change. So guys, method number 2, देखो अभी तो स्क्वायरिंग you can solve it, right? Let's suppose if I'll give you any question like why basic method is necessary. Let's suppose the question is like either question is like modulus of x square minus 9, okay, and let's say this is less than x minus 2. We want to solve this modulus inequality. Now can we solve it? No, ये तो a square minus b square है, ठीक है, but on the right hand side now, right hand, now this time we can't square both the sides, so you should know the basic method also. We can square this also, I'll tell you how, but now listen to me how we are going to solve this one is using the basic method. Method number 2, इसके बाद ये लास्ट क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करेंगे एंड देन आई विल टेल यू फ्यू मोर प्रॉपर्टीज एंड देन वी आर डन विद दिस चैप्टर. टाइम हो गया, अभी क्या हुआ है, तो 12:30 पे तो क्लास स्टार्ट हुई है, 12:30 to 1:30. अरे वो टाइम छोड़ो ना, उसमें वो 12 बजे स्टार्ट हो. इधर इधर मेथड नंबर 2 फटाफट से देखो. मॉडुलस ऑफ x minus 3 क्रिटिकल पॉइंट विल बी, क्रिटिकल पॉइंट के लिए सिर्फ विल सी दिस टर्म इनसाइड, इनसाइड मॉडुलस डब्बा, तो डब्बा x minus 3 should be 0. It means x equals 3 is the critical point. Now once we got critical point, number line 3 here, right? Now there will be two intervals. Case 1, what is case 1? When x is less than 3, so like this, right? Case 2, will be x is greater equals 3. एक बार equal भी include करना है अपने को in any one of the cases. Now when x is less than 3, so how we are going to simplify this inequality? Modulus will be negative. When x is less than 3, modulus will be negative. जो भी expression inside modulus will be negative, right? So if we want to remove modulus, we'll take negative sign. So we'll write minus of x minus 3 less than No, it is greater than 5, right? So greater than 5. Greater than 5. In this case, when x is positive, means when x minus 3 is positive. When x minus 3 is positive, so modulus we can directly remove, and we can write modulus means we can write x minus 3 greater than 5. Yes or no? Now if you simplify this further, so you can multiply both the sides by minus 1, so we'll get x minus 3 less than 5, less than minus 5, correct? And then we'll get x minus 3 plus 5 less than 0. It means what we're going to get here, x plus 2 less than 0. It means x is less than minus 2 in case 1. Now we need to take intersection of these two. In case 1 we need to take intersection. So can anyone tell me what is the intersection of these two? X is less than 3 and x is less than minus 2. What basic सी बात है? What is common between these two intervals? X is less than minus 2 is common, na? So answer will be for this case 1, we can directly write x less than minus 2, x belongs to minus infinity to minus 2. Otherwise तुम यहाँ से देख सकते हो number line पे minus 2 will be somewhere here, right? And now we are saying that x is less than minus 2. X is less than minus 2 is this part, and common part is minus infinity to minus 2. Minus infinity to minus 2. Understood? For this one, x greater than 8. 8 will be somewhere here, and greater than 8. Common part is 8 to infinity. X belongs to common of these two. X belongs to 8 to infinity. And now take intersection union of these two cases. Minus infinity to minus 2. Now take union of these two cases. So if you take union, so answer will be x belongs to minus infinity to minus 2 union 8 to infinity. Understood? तो सारा खेल किसका है? मॉड को रिमूव करने का. और मॉड रिमूव कैसे कर सकते हैं? by making sure that this side is positive or negative. The expression inside modulus is negative or positive. उसके लिए कंडीशन अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. नंबर लाइन क्या बोल रहे? जोर से बोल रहा. अच्छा, नंबर लाइन. ओके. सेकेंड केस में x greater equals 3, correct? Correct. Close bracket 8. Closed bracket 8 comma infinity. Closed bracket 8 comma infinity. नहीं, but 8 is not included here ना, in this one. In this one 8 is not included. इसलिए open circle is there ना, hollow circle. तो include नहीं करेंगे. Done? ठीक है. अभी बहुत बेसिक सा कुछ पूछ रहा हूँ, बताना. नोट डाउन few important point. First point. Let's suppose we are given modulus of a, or let's say x. Modulus of x greater than a number a, and a is positive. A is greater than or equal to 0, let's say. So it means what? How we can write answer in this case? That directly I can write answer like x belongs to minus infinity to minus a union a to infinity. First question, modulus of x greater than 1. Do you remember? Minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. We can make a number line. We'll get minus a plus a. Any number greater than a, any number less than a. Modulus of that will be greater than a. So any question like this, you can solve directly now. For example, if I'll give you modulus of x greater than 5, then answer will be x belongs to minus infinity to minus 5 union 5 to infinity. अच्छा, इसको थोड़ा सा और elaborate करना चाहो तो ऐसे लिखेंगे. We will remove mod from here, and when you remove mod ना, so what we are going to write here is, so directly we can write this as either x is greater than a और x is less than minus a, ऐसा कुछ है, और इन दोनों क्लब करोगे तो we'll get this answer. So whenever modulus of x is greater than a, so we'll get two cases, x is greater than a और x is less than minus a. ठीक है, कोई डाउट है? समझ में आ रहा नहीं आ रहा है? What? और इज गिवन, और अच्छा तुम बेसिक क्लासेस में थे नहीं ना, इसलिए फंडा क्लियर नहीं है। ये बाकी सबको समझ आ रहा है ना? देयर आर टू डिफरेंट कंडीशंस, दिस वन और दिस वन, है ना? ऑप्शंस आर गिवन टू यू, चॉइस है कि या तो ये हो या ये हो, तो ठीक है। अच्छा फिर इसके लिए बताओ अभी, इफ इट इज लाइक मॉडुलस ऑफ एक्स ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू ए, अगेन ए इज पॉजिटिव, तो व्हाट डू यू से? So the only difference is, so how we are going to write it, that either x is less than or equal to minus a, or x is greater than or equal to a. So answer we can write x belongs to minus infinity for the first case, minus infinity to minus a closed union a to infinity close, not close, infinity पे close नहीं आएगा. X belongs to real numbers open, हाँ minus it. क्लोज, करेक्ट करेक्ट करेक्ट. अच्छा अभी इसके लिए बताओ फिर गाइस, now what do you think for this one? Let's suppose again a is positive and we are given modulus of x is less than a, so how we are going to simplify it, or what is the answer in this case? minus a to a. देखो और थोड़ा सा और तो इजी इसको बनाते हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए ना, इसको इक्वेशन मान लो, तो इट्स लाइक मॉडुलस ऑफ x इक्वल्स a, राइट? तो यहाँ से x कितना आएगा? प्लस माइनस a. तो बेसिकली टू क्रिटिकल पॉइंट्स आर देयर, minus a and plus a, and if you plot graph will go something like this. And now if you see the inequality, this is positive, negative and positive. क्या चाहिए अपने को? We want this as negative और less than a. तो less than a के लिए it should be in between minus a and a. तो x 0, हाँ हाँ वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ, तो मैंने मना थोड़ी किया कि तुमने गलत बताया है. अरे बात समझ में? बेसिकली इसका कॉम्प्लीमेंट आ जाएगा, राइट? कॉम्प्लीमेंट ऑफ दिस थिंग, क्योंकि इसमें ग्रेटर देन ए है एंड हियर इट इज लेस देन ए, तो कॉम्प्लीमेंट ऑफ दिस विल बी x बिलोंग्स टू इन बिटवीन माइनस ए एंड ए. अच्छा कंडीशन क्या लगाएंगे इसके लिए? कंडीशंस लाइक दिस, कंडीशंस आर दैट ईदर x इज, ऐसे लिखोगे x शुड बी ग्रेटर देन माइनस ए एंड इट शुड बी लेस देन a. दिस इज द कंडीशन. माइनस ए एंड ए के बीच में x होगा तभी ये वैल्यू लेस देन ए होगा, मॉडुलस ऑफ x. फोर्थ वन, डब्बा ऑफ मॉडुलस ऑफ डब्बा इज ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू a, तो तो हाँ, तो डब्बा बिलोंग्स टू, कंडीशन किस पे लगेगा अभी? डब्बा पे. डब्बा बिलोंग्स टू लेट्स से माइनस ए, इट शुड बी ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू माइनस ए एंड इट शुड बी लेस देन और इक्वल टू ए, ये कंडीशन लगेगा. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स सपोज इफ आई गिव यू एनी क्वेश्चन लाइक लेट्स से मॉडुलस ऑफ x प्लस 1 इज लेस देन और इक्वल टू 2, so what is dabba here? Dabba is x plus 1. So how we can write it? That x plus 1 should be greater than or equal to minus 2 and it should be less than or equal to 2. Correct? And now just you can, what you can do, transpose 1 to either side. So we'll get minus 2 minus 1 less than or equal to x less than equal to 2 minus 1. Or what we are doing is we are subtracting 1 from the inequality. So minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. हाँ. क्यों? We are not multiplying. We want to find out value of x, right? So we need to eliminate plus 1 from here, and to eliminate plus 1 we are subtracting minus 1. We are, you can say, adding minus 1 here. तो अगर इसमें ऐड करोगे तो यहाँ भी ऐड करना पड़ेगा, यहाँ भी ऐड करना पड़ेगा. So in the whole inequality we are just we are adding -1 और we are subtracting 1 from the whole inequality. ठीक है, तो ऐसा कुछ मिलेगा, and then -3 is less than equals x is less than equals 1, and in interval form you can write like x belongs to -3 close to 1. So the whole concept we can apply on dabba also, like x minus 2, x plus 3, x square minus 4. So x square minus 4 should be less than equal to minus a, or it should be greater than or equal to a, and then simplify it. अरे बस समझ में, it. Now what do you think about this one? Let's suppose if I'll give you, if we talk about modulus of dabba, modulus of dabba is less than minus a. बोलो, how we can simplify it? For example, if the question is like modulus of x minus 2 is less than -1, let's say. So what do you think? What is the solution for this? Correct. This inequality is not possible, na? It's like left hand side is always positive and right hand side is always negative. So do you think it's possible? It's not possible. Yes or no? So in this case, we'll say no solution provided that this side is negative. ठीक है? Now what do you think about this one, guys? तो एक बार बता दो बस. Sixth one, let's suppose if it's like, क्वेश्चन ही करते हैं सीधा, x minus 2 is greater than -1. हाँ, possible ना? Now simplify it. Tell me what should be the all real numbers. हमजा, कहाँ ध्यान है भाई तुम्हारा यार? So I got one answer as all real numbers. What do you think? All real numbers except हाँ बोलो रेहान, बोलो क्या हुआ? वो ओपन -1 to 1 1 पे क्या प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा? एक, ठीक है. So in general you can write like whenever we are given modulus of dabba and dabba is greater than minus of a, where a is a positive number. So in this case the answer is going to be x belongs to r. कितने लोगों को नहीं समझ आ रहा है? पूछ लो अभी. अंडरस्टूड ना? यू कैन टेक एनी. नहीं समझ आया राइट? अयान बोलो क्या डाउट है तुम्हारा? क्या है बोलो, पूरा समझ नहीं आया. अच्छा तुम कुछ आंसर बोल रहे थे पहले, बोलो क्या आंसर बता रहे थे तुम, इसका क्या होना चाहिए? क्लोज -1 to infinity, ओपन -1 to infinity. लेट सपोज -1 को ले भी लेते हैं. लेट सपोज वी आर इंक्लूडिंग -1 ऑल्सो राइट, टू इन्फिनिटी. तो -1 सब्स्टिट्यूट हियर, कितना आएगा? -1 -2 इज हाउ मच? मॉडुलस ऑफ -3. मॉडुलस ऑफ -3 इज हाउ मच? 3. 3 इज ग्रेटर देन -1 इज ट्रू और फॉल्स? सेटिस्फाई करेगा -1. अच्छा इसके अलावा, अब इस इंटरवल के अलावा लेट्स से वी आर टेकिंग -2. -2 इज नॉट देयर राइट? टेक -2 हियर, सब्स्टिट्यूट हियर. -2 will be -4. Modulus of -4 plus 4 which is greater than -1. Again it's true. Satisfy कर रहा नहीं कर रहा है? करेगा राइट? You can take any value. Let's say 0 or let's say x equals 2. So 2 minus 2 will be 0. Modulus of 0 is again 0 and 0 is greater than -1. तो ऐसा मतलब you can take any value of x out of all the real numbers every time inequality this is going to satisfy the inequality. Understood? तो जब भी ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन आएगा x belongs to r is the answer. ठीक है? क्लास का टाइमिंग क्या है यार? हो गया? चलो होमवर्क क्वेश्चन तो फिर एक बार ये ट्राई करना, विल डिस्कस एंड देन विल स्टार्ट सेट्स इन नेक्स्ट क्लास, ओके। ये क्वेश्चन कहाँ है, वो जो मैंने लिखा था एक, कहाँ है? तो रिलेशन एंड फंक्शन के लिए सेट्स पढ़ना भी थोड़ा जरूरी है, बट इफ यू वांट, नहीं तो उसमें काफी और भी चीजें हैं, बहुत अलग है, ऐसा नहीं सेम ही नहीं है। हाँ, और कुछ नहीं है, वेन डायग्राम है नॉर्मल चीज है। इसके अलावा फिर डी मॉर्गन्स लॉ है। नहीं, सेट्स इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर है, पढ़ेंगे, बट if you want I can start relation and functions also, but then you should have a knowledge about sets, then only we can. हाँ, ये वाला क्वेश्चन गाइस, दिस इज अ होमवर्क क्वेश्चन, ऑल ऑफ यू ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट, मॉडुलस ऑफ x स्क्वायर माइनस 9 लेस देन x माइनस 2, विल डिस्कस दिस इन नेक्स्ट क्लास, ठीक है, बाय।